Hello everyone, I'm switching it up today. I thought it would be fun to share some of my more recent purchases that are outside and separate from my typical Temu or Shein haul. And they come from a variety of different places because I always try to find the best deal. And I'm actually running an experiment on my face with some of the products today, so I may look a little rougher than normal, but there's definitely a difference, and later in the haul I'll get into why. But these products are just items that piqued my interest. There's no sponsorships, there's no affiliate links. These are just items that either I was curious about, they are new product launches, or maybe they've been around for a while, but they're new to me. Some of the items I was lucky enough to find on clearance, and some of them are actually repurchases and I have on subscription because I really enjoy using them and I find that they work, they're effective. I'm just a girly who loves makeup and skincare, and if you are too, welcome to Deal Distraction Diaries. This is the video for you. I'm Maggie. Let me find the deals so you don't have to. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, please know I am truly grateful and I appreciate you. If you have not subscribed yet, take a second, hit that button, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know that you're here. Say hello. Share out the video to someone who may enjoy it, hit that thumbs up, and we're going to dive into the haul. The first product I'm going to talk about is this Extreme Cream by the In Beauty project, the Extreme Cream. It is firming and lifting moisture with plant-based retinol alternative peptides and 3 times the ceramide complex. This stuff is kind of expensive. It's in a glass bottle. It's a pump. It's kind of trendy on TikTok. I think this stuff has been around for a while. I saw a lot of people buying it in the Sephora sale, and I said, why not? You know, I heard really good reviews about it. And to full honesty, because that's what I do here, and I did not love it at first. It is actually one of the products I'm experimenting with because when it's by itself, I do enjoy it, but it didn't interact well with other skincare. It got really peely, and peely skincare is kind of a deal breaker for me. So from my eye down on this side of my face, I only have my toner, another product that I have later in the video under my eyes, and then this cream. I want to see if it pills, how it reacts, how it sits on my face throughout the day. And then on my forehead here, I have my toner, my sunscreen, and this cream. It seems to be working okay so far. Just on the left side of my face, I have my toner, my Tirtir SOS cream. I will talk about that a little later. And I also have this. So far, everything seems to be holding up pretty well. It could be that this cream doesn't like my retinol, or it doesn't like the beef towel that I put on my face. So I'm still experimenting with it. I do find the cream itself to be really nice. And I also like that you can kind of control how much comes out of the pump. You don't have to do a full pump and tons of product comes out. This stuff is actually, it comes out really thick. It's a thick cream, but it feels pretty light on the skin. It definitely brings in a lot of moisture, and it kind of gives has a glowy kind of effect to it. As far as I can tell, there's no real shimmer in it, but it does really leave a nice glow. It's very moisturizing. But yeah, I'm still on the fence with this one. I do think it's a good product, but if I can't use it with some of my other favorite products, I don't know if I would repurchase this or not. So I can give you an update on this if you're curious. I have to go to work for a little while, so if I come back looking crazier than I do right now, it's because it's so hot and humid right now. And it's really warm in the house. I wanted to try to get this video done before it got super hot, but I've got to get to work. I will be back and check in with you guys in a little bit, let you know how this stuff is holding up. I also have a ton more stuff to show. So it's a new day. Time got away from me yesterday. I tried recording first thing in the morning because it gets miserably hot in my house in the afternoon. Hence why I'm sweating so bad right now. But I had a meeting to get to and I had to get back to work. So here we are. I'm going to finish off the haul. I did record a little bit of what I thought about the little experiment I was running. So I'll put that somewhere in the video. But I've got a few more, well, I've got quite a few more things I'd like to show you. Some of them I'm really excited to start using, and some of them I will not go without. And this product has been around for a while, but it's new to me, and it's the Fenty Skin, the Fat Water. This stuff is amazing. My whole skin, everything about my skin has kind of changed, improved a little bit since I started using toners. And I think it was Nikki LaRose that was talking about for people that have like crepey or really textured under eyes, this stuff is really milky. And it's a plastic bottle. It's nothing like super fancy. What I want fancy is like the ingredients and what's going on inside the bottle. I don't care so much about the glass and all that. Yeah, you know, it's an experience, but I want effectiveness. And this Fenty Fat Milk is thicker than regular toners. My other toners, it would have fallen right off my hand now. It absorbs really nice. It leaves the skin with a really nice glow. It really does moisturize under my eyes. I have a little bit, yesterday, the only thing makeup I had on was eye makeup, so I could do that little experiment. And I have some makeup on tonight, no concealer or anything. And I still feel pretty, there's definitely moisture on my skin, even with like, I used a powder foundation today, but this stuff is nice. This is a really nice toner. I think I will always have this in like my skincare arsenal. You guys, I am hot. I'm gonna have to switch up my recording area because I have one window unit and this backdrop is actually covering it. During the winter time, it didn't matter. It matters now, so I'm gonna have to switch things up. But my next product is this little guy right here. This comes from the brand Spoiled Child. Now, I've used Spoiled Child for other products, and I'll get into that in a second. But all their packaging from Spoiled Child, again, nothing is sponsored or has affiliate links. I just really like this brand. The packaging is recycling. When your products show up, there's nothing, there's not a bunch of stuff in here, unnecessary things. You do get a free gift with each order if you're, if you have a subscription, which I do. I did subscribe with this. If I don't want it, if it's not what I expected, I can return it and cancel it at any times. No questions asked. It's not difficult whatsoever. But this is the Spoiled Child. Let me see if I can find the name. So I'm on their website right now, and this is the H3 Fibroquin Advanced Firming Eye Cream. It's got fibroquin, retinol, and peptides. Now, one of the reasons I really enjoy this brand is that this is a glass container. When you get a subscription, you get the nice little glass container, you get the pump. So then every other month, all you get is this little jar. You don't get glass and stuff every time. When I first started with them, they used to send you a package so you could send back the old empty bottles and they would recycle it. But these are little recyclable jars, so you're not, they're better for the environment. I like what they stand for. I like some of the people that they have collabed with. The people that they do collab with have like really good messages, and it's a nice company. They're very thoughtful. The fibrofin is clinically studied. We all know that peptides are good for the skin, and this stuff, So here's the pump, the little jar. Again, not sponsored, nothing like that. This stuff is really nice and thick, and it has a nice little shimmer. It gives your skin a really nice glow. And I have to say, I've only been using it for about a week, and I'm liking it. Do you see that little reflectiveness? I think that's good for under the eyes, so you can, you know, it kind of reflects all that kind of crepey textured skin. This stuff is really, I'm enjoying it. It does have a retinol in it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll show you the other two products that I have on subscriptions. Oh, the free gift. I have so many of these lip balms. It's kind of insane because I, you know, get something from them every month, and I've been with them for quite a while now, but it's just this little cute lip balm. It's a mauve little color. I have a tendency to give them away. Conditioning tinted lip balm. It feels really nice on your skin. It's actually a color that doesn't conflict with my undertones and stuff too much. So yeah, it's nice. Sometimes you get hair scrunchies, sometimes they're socks. It's just kind of random, but the majority of the time I do get that tinted lip balm. I also have a subscription with the Spoiled Child Extra Strength Collagen Peptides. It has types 1 and 3 collagen, type vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. It's a dietary supplement, and I'll just open it up. And they're little packets of collagen. I do take this powder. Some people put it in their coffee, but I prefer to use a flavored sugar-free water packet. I use sour flavors, like a lime flavor that kind of cuts out the taste, because there is a taste. It tastes like collagen. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing that, like, you know, it's not flavorless like some people may claim, but yeah, I think it's effective. I don't lose nearly as much hair. My hair growth is better. When I first started taking them, I felt an energy boost. I felt different. I have been taking them for so long that sometimes I'll add an extra pack just to get that little extra boost. But there's nothing wrong with, you know, taking some extra collagen. It's good for your joints, your skin, your hair. It's just good for overall health. So yeah, I get this little guy every month. Well, not little guy, but I get this box, and it's a count of 20. You guys, I am sweating my booty off. It's only May. I live in the upper Midwest. I didn't expect for it to be this warm this fast, but I'm going to show you. I get this on a 3-month basis. It originally came in this jar, this glass jar, with the little glass refillable pod. With the pump. And this is the G25 Anti-Aging Retinol Night Rewind Serum. I do really like this stuff. When I first started using it, I definitely could tell a difference. Now, I don't know if you don't know this, the reason why retinol is yellow is because actual retinol is almost impossible to bleach. Natural retinol is yellow. So when you see a cream that is yellow, it's probably like the potential for it to be effective is there. But this is a nice cream. I could use it on a regular basis and not get too dried out or too irritated. I do enjoy this, but this is how the pods come, your refills. They come in this little recyclable container. It's got all the information still on the back. And then you get your new little pod. You just pop off the cap, pop on your top part, and slide it back in your bottle. You know, detach the bottle, your little capsule on the inside, and yeah, you're ready to go. I really enjoy this brand. I do like what they stand for. I like the people that they collab with. The Spaceman, they've got this really cool collab with a clothes designer, and it's like this little spaceman. It's expensive, and it's, but you after, and the capsule comes inside the spaceman, and then after you're done with the capsule, you know, you can keep the little spaceman. And there's also some clothing things, and I think like what some of the profits go to good kind of things. I think some of the profits go to some kind of donations of some kind. So I appreciate that. I do like the brand. They are mindful. They don't test on animals. There's a lot of good things about this brand. I also want to say about that Spoiled Child, they have a test that you can take. They have a wide variety of products. They have different skin products for different types of needs. You take a quiz and they can point out which products would be best for you. I do also have to say, when I first started with them, I first initially did start with them because of the collagen powder. I also got the liquid powder in pineapple, and the first initial couple days were fine. But when I started getting lower at the bottle, I personally could not drink anymore. I don't know, me personally, I do not think it tastes very good. It gets really thick and syrupy, so that is why I continue to stick with the powder. There may be other options. I do think both are effective, the powder and the liquid collagen. They also have products for your hair, for hair growth, strengthening. They have a lot of different options. I do really think Spoiled Child is a really good brand. Now, Spoiled Child, if they came to me and asked me to do a sponsorship, 100% I would. I like what the company stands for. The products that I have used so far have been really good. For me, the taste of the pineapple collagen just isn't there for me, but that doesn't mean the product is bad, you know? But I would 100% sponsor them. And you guys know nobody's going to sponsor me because I tell the truth. But if they came to me with a sponsorship, 100% I'd be there for it. My Walgreens is remodeling and put basically everything on clearance. So I found these for $1. The Revlon Color Stay Multi-Liner, which means that you can use it on your eyes or your lips. I got it in the Mischief Maker. They're very, very creamy. There's a brush on the other end. There's the tip. They are sharpenable. You sharpen them. This color is the Mischief Maker. It's kind of a purpley, mauve-y, dark mauve color. It's really pretty. This is the Less Traced color. And once they dry down really nice. This is more of a warmer brown. And number 12, the High Point. I'll do my best to link everything in the description box. That one is probably really hard to see on my skin tone. I do have it in the corner of my eyes today to kind of just give a little brightness, but I am so shiny right now because I am sweating my butt off. I'm really trying to get this video done quick because I know this is not cute. I did get an item that was also on clearance at my Walgreens, and it's the Maybelline Lifted Liner. I thought I heard the lifted stuff from Maybelline was really good. I think there is lifted lip glosses as well, but I have to say that this liner is complete. Like, when I opened it up, the whole tip was broken off, and sharpening it was really tough. This stuff actually has really long like like stays on your lips really, really well, but it does not feel very nice on the lips. It feels very, very dry. It feels like an old school matte lipstick. But yeah, it's a good color. It's a pretty color. But I just feel like maybe this one is really dried out. Even the bottom of the cap fell out, and just like parts of the liner fell out. It was kind of strange. Let me know what your experience has been with these lifted liners. Are they actually good? Do they feel awful and drying on the lips? I don't know if I should try it again or not, because I really need a long-lasting liner. With all the lines, and the liner, lip liner just has a tendency to travel on my lips. So I need a good one that's got good staying power, but doesn't feel awful and doesn't feel completely dried out. So let me know, do I need to give this Maybelline lifter liner a second chance? This is another brand that if they asked to do a sponsorship with me, I would. And this is the Muesli brand. I use the spot cream. Now, I don't know if you can see or not. Can you see the color difference? Sorry if my mic just got messed up. Can you see the color difference here? My skin is really white here, and then it's really discolored here. And this discoloration is not because I was recently out in the sun. This is permanent. This was because I was out in the sun for years without sunscreen. This is permanent. This discoloration was what my face looked like before I started using the Muesli spot cream. The Muesli has an app, and you talk to a nurse. You actually get assigned a doctor. You send them pictures. They give you what they think would be best for you. They have a wide variety of products. Their app is really easy to use. When I first started using them, I have sensitive skin, and my skin was a lot drier and much more dehydrated when I first started using them. And I was like, hey, look, I sent them a picture. This is what's happening. It really affected my under eyes. And the doctor responded back within 24 hours and was like, okay, make sure I put moisturizer down first and then put the cream on, and then lock it in with another moisturizer. Make sure that I always use sunscreen. Not using sunscreen when you use a product like this is actually counterintuitive, and it just kind of is a waste of money and time. But I mean, I actually use this. It's like a subscription. It comes with your name. It gives you the exact directions on how to use it. Like, it's really impressive. It's a good brand, and they have a lot of different products. They have the dark spots, which I am using to get rid of all the sun damage that I've had from not wearing sunscreen. They also ask for your medical history a little bit. I told them that I have had skin cancer before. They just, kind of wanted to make sure that they know everything before they prescribe you something that may not work the best. And I appreciated that. They have anti-aging, aging hair. They have products to lighten your body private areas if you're having issues with that. I've seen some of the pictures, and some of them are remarkable how much things have changed. And maybe also a little bit more than you wanted to see, but they're testimonials and of how much they actually do work. They have creams, redness and breakouts, acne. They also have enhancers for facial hair, short lashes, loss of elasticity. They have a wide variety of options. They have also won a few awards. But yeah, it's a good company. For me, it's really effective. And even if it wasn't effective, like, you get free returns in the first 90 days, I believe. So you get a chance to use the products. And I did, like, this spot right here has definitely lightened up. Overall, my whole face has lightened up a little bit. This dark spot right here definitely lightened up. It is effective. It's been effective for me. And if they asked for a sponsorship, I would be there for that. I would be. I'm not going to be monetized anytime soon, and I would take sponsorships for brands that I actually know work, that I have experience with. So, but anyways, this guy has been around for a while, I believe, and I just recently wanted to try it. It was another item that was on clearance at my Walgreens, and it is the Wet n Wild loose setting powder. And I've heard really good things about this Wet n Wild setting powder. It is the pink. It doesn't come with a puff or anything, but I thought maybe the pink would kind of offset some of the darkness under my eyes, just kind of set it. I am still learning how to use setting powder the correct way because honestly, I don't use foundation and setting powders that often. I thought my face was too textured and it just didn't sit well. It just didn't go well, so I just kind of gave up. But this stuff feels so finely milled and so soft. I was like, ooh, this feels nice and silky. So, and it's not as thick as the Fit Me. Fit Me is a good product, but I feel like it's too thick for my skin texture or for my preference and how it feels on my face. So I'm excited to start using this. I also picked up this Milani bronzer. It was also on clearance from my Walgreens. It is a cream bronzer. I've used some powder bronzers and I've used some powder bronzers and some liquid bronzers, but not really creams. And this is in 110 Honey Kiss, Cheek Kiss. I don't know if the Cheek Kiss is the name of the, but it's kind of a nice, it is a honey color, that's for sure. I just don't know if it's the right color for my skin tone. Rose from Rose and Ben. I think it's Rose World Makeup or something like that. She said like when stuff like this, for people with like kind of my skin tone, if you kind of put something a little red underneath, that it could work better. So anything that kind of looks a little orangey, if you put a red underneath, it'll kind of deepen in depth, like bring depth into the color. I'm not sure. The formula feels pretty nice and almost kind of long wearing. So I'm interested and curious to see how that's going to work for me. Speaking of Rose and Ben, I just got their newest launch. I've never used her brushes before. She's been around for a while. You can get her brushes on Amazon and through her website. But she uses her brushes every time she does a makeup tutorial, and they just look really nice. And I need some new brushes. I don't think I have gotten a new makeup brush, except for like the little ones that I've gotten from Temu, like the Kat Von D. But I haven't had a real makeup brush in probably 5-6 years. So I'm excited to use these. I am struggling to get this open. Oh my gosh, these are cute. I just got the little packing peanuts, these guys everywhere. That's okay. All the products in this video, I will do my best to link them because they come from a wide variety of different places. Some of them like this one I got directly from Rose and Ben's website. They were having a sale. She has sales on her brushes quite often. So yeah, I'll do my best to link them. This is the D1, and I like how it's like a little envelope. Dual-ended brush features 2 unique multi-functional head shapes, ideal for countless complexion applications and seamless product transitions. Now, Rose has been doing makeup for a very long time. She knows what she's doing, and she knows when there's a good brush, and I believe that she makes good products. It came on this little thing. I can tell you already, these are the softest brushes I have ever felt. I've had like the double-ended like It Cosmetics. I've have the double-ended Bare Minerals, which how long ago was that out? I don't know if it still is. But look at this brush. I think this brush is really good for like creams and liquids, like pushing it into your skin, very dense, pack it in. That feels so nice. They are something special. I don't know all the technology behind these. I think this is more for powders and like to get in all the different places. This is just going to be, oh, I can't wait to use this. It is really good. I believe this is wood. These just feel really quality. And honestly, for the quality, I don't think the price point is awful. I really don't. So that is the D1. And then I also have the D2, which is also a double-ended brush. And this one is for buffing and setting. And it gives a much more detailed descriptions for each brush. The shape of this brush is one that I already kind of have from the, I think the Bare Minerals double-ended. And I love it. I actually used it today, and while I was using it, I was like, oh my gosh, this brush is so just tough and just not what it used to be. Like I said, I've had it for years, but this brush has a little perfect angled brush to get like under your eyes, get around your nose. Rose all the time uses this to blend out her eyeshadow bases and her concealer. It feels really dense and also so soft. I'm so excited to use this. And then we also have this side. I think this is really nice and soft, and it's going to be nice for like blush. Maybe some powder bronzer. Maybe even for setting. You know, I'm not a professional. I don't know. I'm still working on, like, I have a powder foundation on my face right now, and I'm like, can I use my cream bronzer right now? So I just put all powder on my face. But I am still learning, and I'm happy to have these brushes. First of all, I think Rose is an amazing artist, and I think she's really sweet, and I'm happy to help support her. And I'm thinking that these are really good quality brushes. Nothing has fallen out. Like, there's no fallout, no bristles are falling out. I think I'm happy to have these. I'll be back for more. This was one of the products that was trending. I did get two. I got two of them. I have been trying them out. Some of these products I have been, like I've kind of been test driving. Like this Spoiled Child, I have it under my eyes today. I am enjoying using this. I like test driving products so I can give you a better idea of how they work, if I enjoy them, if I don't. And I know each one of us is individual, but also know that I always give my thoughts and opinions. So, yeah, I've been test driving these, and I'm actually liking this. It is the Glow Sea Moss in Pearl Powder. And if you know, Pearl Powder is really good for anti-aging. This has a lot of vitamin C, E, aloe vera. There's a lot of good properties in using this brand. And it's from the Akasha Superfoods. And it's good. I got the two because it was on a deal. Now, I do have to say, there's like a little bit of a sweet smell to this, but it also smells like the sea. You take 2 a day. And they're these little gummies. I mean, they're gummies. I feel a little bit of a grittiness, nothing extreme. They're easy to eat, but there's a little bit of a scent to it, and the way they smell is actually how they taste. So when people say these taste great, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't think they taste great. Are they bearable? Yes. I think it's actually bearable because I do feel a difference. After I eat these, I feel like a little boost. I feel a little more, a little extra motivated and energized. And they have hopefully long-term benefits to using these. I don't know all the benefits. Yeah, it's got sea moss, vitamin C, pearl powder, aloe vera. There's a lot of good benefits to something like this. And if you're curious, you can do some research. I wanted to give you an update on my little experiment that I ran on my face today with the Extreme Clean. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say extreme cream. I've been in a dirty, hot shop all day. I'm looking even rougher than I was before, but I find it interesting that the cream, that the side of my face that only has the toner and the cream is a little pilly. Is it pilly or peely? Pilly, right? But there's a little bit there. There doesn't seem to be any on the side with where I have the sunscreen. Oh yeah, there is. Maybe there's a little bit where the sunscreen is. Doesn't seem to be any on the side where I have the Tirtir SOS serum though. And I don't know how much this experiment actually helped me out. Maybe I need to run a few more. I do think it's a good product. Maybe it's just not meant for me. I don't think I will finish this bottle off, but I don't know if it would be a repurchase for me unless by the end of this bottle I'm looking like 10 years younger. Then I would find a way to make it work. But you know what? I am tired. It's been a long day. I hope you've had a lovely day, and I'll see you later. I've got only a couple more products. Now, this Tirtir SOS cream, I've been using this. This is my second bottle, and I'm telling you, I will not live without this. I love this. Part of my experiment that I did yesterday, I did not have the Tirtir on the part of my face where I just had the toner and the extreme cream. And there was a difference. I could tell. I'll put a picture up of a difference. My left eye looks so much smoother, more moisturized than my right side. I could tell a difference. I think you probably could. But my left eye was much smoother, just much more moisturized. Kind of even more lifted than the one without it. This Tirtir cream, it's the SOS serum, and it's kind of, after using toner, take sufficient amount and apply. It's supposed to be anti-wrinkle and moisturizing. I am telling you that this stuff is thicker than most serums. It's the last serum I use. I only use a couple drops. And it feels so nice. It absorbs really well, and it leaves your skin with a really nice glow without actually having like a shimmer to it. Like with this Spoiled Child, I feel like there's a little bit of shimmer to it. Even with the Extreme cream, I feel like it leaves a little shimmer. This Tirtir just leaves a really kind of glass glowy look. So I will not live without this stuff. That's what I was saying. Like, if my Tirtir and the Extreme cream don't work together, I'm taking the Tirtir over it. I'm sorry. I will. But so I got curious about the Tirtir Ceramide Milk Ampule, which gives glow and moisture. I think the SOS is kind of like more for your barrier. I could be wrong on that, but the Milk Ampule is glow and moisture. So we're gonna try that out. I also use the Tirtir toner, the milk toner, love it. But then I also add in the Fenty. I put the Tirtir milk toner all over my face, and then I'll put the Fenty under my eyes, and then I use my Huru Huru and my Beauty of Joseon on like my neck, my back, kind of where I have like acne or whatever. I will use it all over my body sometimes. Oh, this is pretty. There's like a purple iridescence to this. It's the Tirtir Ceramide Milk Ampule. Always make sure you like mix up or shake up your serums. Hydrating, anti-wrinkle, functional cosmetic. Okay. Oh, it is milky. Look how long that is. And this is a plastic. And I'm fine with it. You know, the one thing I have to say that I truly appreciate about Temu and Shein, because honestly, these two Tirtir products came from Shein because I wanted them, and the cheapest place I could find them from was on Shein. When there's a product I want, I will shop around till I find the cheapest place. Shein was the cheaper than TikTok, cheaper than the actual website. It was cheaper than Amazon. There is no smell to any of these either, by the way. Oh, I have to give you one little update. This actually feels the milk ampule feels a little thicker than the SOS cream. The SOS is already like absorbed into my skin, even with all these other things that I have on my hands. It feels really nice. It does feel like a milky. It almost feels a little oilier compared to the other cream, the SOS. But I do have to say about this Spoiled Child, I'm not the biggest fan of the smell. I feel like they kind of tried to add like an apple smell to it. But to me, it kind of smells a little chemically. Is that a deal breaker for me? Absolutely not. I think it's effective and I'm willing. And the smell only lingers for about 10-15 seconds and then it's gone. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a fan of the product. I just wanted to give you a little update on that. And that milk ampule, it does feel a little greasier, a little oilier. This one may be something I would use at night. I gotta play around and find like what system it would work, because this is a newer thing I'd be adding in. But I do have to say that Temu and Shein offered us a glimpse into the possibilities of getting good skincare at a really good price point without having to spend tons of money. Really good, effective skincare. They also opened up the world to getting really good quality makeup with cute packaging without having to spend a fortune. And I just hope that down the road that we can continue to get good quality, cute packaging without having to pay a fortune. Unfortunately, I feel like sometimes people just charge a fortune because of a name or because they can, which is really kind of unfortunate. So, yeah, I just appreciate that they kind of opened our eyes up to it. But yeah. Okay, on to one of the products that I do not want to live without, but it's really kind of hard to get. They go out of stock. I believe this is from a really small brand. It comes in this cute little pink box. I can find it on Shopify once in a while, but I usually find it on TikTok. I did find it on a website for a smaller like business that did like skincare, like an actual like office was carrying it. I didn't know if it was legit. I kind of wondered if it was actually the person that kind of like their brand product. I wasn't sure, so I waited till it came back into stock on TikTok, and I love this stuff. It 100% has made a difference in my skin. Comes with a little card. We've got some tissue paper. I do appreciate that it is a glass bottle. There's tissue paper, there's packing. Everything in here is recyclable though, that I do appreciate. If you're gonna like add all the extras, please make sure that they are recyclable. That's hard for me to say right now. This is the Glass Skin Liquid Exfoliant from Lumielle? I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but this stuff is unbelievable. My skin, I used to have really, really dark, like dark, nasty, gross, like blackheads and stuff on my skin. I was very acne prone. I've been breaking out more often because I haven't had this for a while. The purpose is it's a liquid exfoliant, is formulated with 2% salicylic acid. It unclogs and clears, minimizes large pores while shedding built up layers of dead skin and promotes cellular renewal. This stuff actually works. I've tried Ordinary, I've tried a few other products and brands. This one actually works, and it is a little pricier, but I am willing to pay the price point because I know how well it works. And it also gives you like that glass skin look. I mean, right now I am definitely sweaty and hot, but and I'm rubbing all my makeup off my face. But it gives you that glowy look from within. All right, so here's my dull, boring hand with nothing on it. It is very liquidy. I use it with one of my cotton towels that I got from Temu. And you don't need a whole lot. I don't do my under eyes every day, especially with all my other treatments that I use. But it does, like after a week or two of using this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not having to squeeze my nose and all around anymore. Not under, like here used to be really, really bad. I feel like it even helped with like all the bumps that I have under my eyes. I do, and it feels really soft and silky afterwards. It mixes well. I can use, like I'll put my toner, no, I'll use this, I'll get out of the shower. I will use this first. I'll put my toners on. There's no burning. There's no irritation. I'll put my serums on. I'll put my lotions on. Put my sunscreen on, then put my sunscreen kind of is my moisturizer, especially when I'm using the Haru Wonder or the Haru Wonder sunscreen. That kind of is my moisturizer because all the products I'm kind of using have, like, they're all moisturizing the skin. But this stuff anyways is amazing. I will do my best to link it in the description box. I 100%, I don't want to live without this. I don't want to live without the Tirtir SOS cream or the Fenty. And I do have to say, I really enjoy my retinol from Spoiled Child. And I might not want to live with this either. I haven't used it enough yet to say that 100%, but so far, I really do think I'm noticing something. Something is happening. Oh, I guess they have a website. I'm wondering if this is her, the cute little, I know this is from a smaller brand. That's why they run out of products. And that's the other thing too. I love supporting smaller brands. This is one that I have on a subscription. I'm debating on if I'm going to keep it on subscription or not, but it is the dermatology needleless serum. Paraffin-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free, gluten-free, not tested on animals. And a lot of these things are kind of in the same realm. I don't necessarily say clean, but just a little better, I guess. I don't know. It's a facial serum that targets appearance of fine lines around the mouth, eyes, and forehead. Deeply hydrates and restores skin's delicate barrier. I don't know if I want to open this right now because I still have some left in my other jar, but there's a lot of good ingredients in here. There's niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, glycerol, there's copper complex, panthenol, tripeptides, ceramides. There's a lot of good things in this. And when I first started using it, especially on my forehead, I had some really, really deep wrinkles in my forehead. You know, you guys, I've talked, if you've been here before, you've heard me say that I wear the necklaces kind of to hide my tracheotomy scar. 10 years ago, literally, it was the anniversary to a few days ago where I walked out of the hospital from being on life support for months, being in complete organ failure, having my heart only working at 30%. And I went into that hospital being 35 years old and still being carded everywhere I went, to 5 months later walking out and not recognizing myself at all. Not my face, my body, everything had changed. I literally aged 10 to 15 years. I was like in complete survival mode, and just everything really took a toll on my body. Carded everywhere I went and never being carded again. And it really, really took a toll on my self-esteem. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I don't know if I've ever said those words out loud, but it really took a toll on my self-esteem. And there's been a few other things along the way, and I finally am taking skincare seriously. Instead of, I handled it in some really not great ways, but the last 4 years, sun's care and just taking care of myself overall, not just with creams and serums, but spiritually and mentally, all of it all together. I feel it's just a journey. And if you are on a skincare journey, I am telling you, some of these things are really, really good and worth the investment. They're not like hundreds of dollars. They're not $10 either. I do think the Tirtir products are actually really reasonable. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I like going through these things with you guys. I like being truly honest on what I think is effective and what works and doesn't work. I have to say, this brand, I love their pumpkin night peptide cream, but their retinol cream has way too much silicone in it for me. That is just my skin, and that's the thing. We all have different skin types. We all have different preferences, so you actually never know until you use the products. But yeah, I'm pretty much loving everything. I am so excited to use those brushes. I want you to know that I appreciate you for watching all the way through. If you did, let me know if you've tried any of these products and which one of them is your favorite, or if you're curious to use any of these. And honestly, if you are seeing this video, it's a miracle, because YouTube is not pushing out my videos whatsoever. My last video, only 60 people saw my thumbnail. So if you are seeing this, it's a miracle. If you could take a second, share out the video to someone you think may enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, ring the bell, definitely leave a comment. And you know what? Don't forget to love yourself, love a friend, love a stranger, and I'll see you on the next one. There's a little bit there. The side of my forehead where I have the sunscreen, there's definitely some peeling.